Section 2.6, ratios, proportions, and percents. Alright, so ratio. Have you heard about this concept before? A ratio is a comparison of two quantities using a quotient. So when we're talking about ratio, it is what? It is a quotient. Compare about two quantities. Okay? Second example, the ratio of the numbers A to number B is written as follows. A to B, where A column B, where A over B. Okay? Write a ratio as quotient A over B is most common in algebra. Okay? So when we talk about what is ratio of number A to number B, most of the time we use what? A over B. And the order of these numbers matters. A number A to the number B. Number A, we put it on the top. To a number, that number, we put it on the what? Bottom. Okay? A to B, A over B. So order matters. Okay? If we say number A to number B as a ratio, it must be A over B, not B over A. Okay? Alright, so we're going to practice later. Okay? So this is ratio. Proportion. How do we understand a proportion? A proportion says that two ratios are equal. So when we talk about proportion, it must be equal, okay, it must be a special type of equation. Okay? On the one side of the equation, it's a ratio. On the other side of the equation, it is what? Also a ratio. So when two ratios equals each other, we say this whole thing is what? A proportion. Okay? So for proportion in general, it has a form of A over B equals C over D. A, B, C, D are all terms. Okay? Terms. Alright? So how to solve for a proportion? We learned this before by using what? Cross product or cross multiplication. Okay, I'm going to ask a volunteer to read this. Cameron, can you read?
If A over B equals C over D, then the cross products AD and BC of the proportion are equal. That is, the product of the extreme equals the product of the means. Also, if AD equals BC, then A over B equals C over D, where B and D
cannot be zero, right? Does not equal zero. Okay, good. Okay, A over B equals C over D. What does cross multiplying or cross product mean? We use A times D, okay, and B times C. Okay, so if we have a proportion, then A times D will equals what? B times C. This is called what? Cross product. Have you heard about this before? No, you do? Okay. So if we have a proportion, we want to solve for it, we're going to use cross product by A cross times by D equals B cross times by C. Okay. When you encounter specific questions, then I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you. Alright. Find the percents and percentage. Okay. Yeah, this is something that I want, us to really read about it. Okay, read about it. So okay. Whose turn to read about this part? Turn. Yeah, host.
Oh, okay.
Can you see?
Yeah, find percent and percentages. A percent is a ratio where the second number is always 100. 50% represents the ratio of 50 to 100. That is 50 over 100 or 0.50. 27%, the ratio of 27 to 100, that is 27 over 100 or 0.27. The word percent means per 100. 1% means 1 per 100. So 1% equals 1 over 100 or 1% or 0.01.
Okay, so yeah, you can stop it here. Okay, thanks. Okay, so a percentage ratio where a second number is always 100. Okay, 50% means what? 50 out of 100. 27% means what? 27 out of what? 100. So percent means what? Per 100. Okay, so 1% is 1 per 100, blah, blah, okay? Well, of course, 1% can be written as decimal number, which is what? 0.01. Okay, do you know how 1% equals 0.01? Get rid of the percent sign, move the decimal point to the left for how many digits? 2 digits. That gives us the 0.01, okay? All right, to solve for the percent problem, let me use a very important formula called what? Amount over base equals x over 100. X is a percent, okay? Yeah, so, or I should say this way, amount over base equals percent over 100. Use this formula, we can solve for a lot of the percent problem, okay? All right, so these are the basic knowledge from section 2.6. Now let's go back to section 2.6 and then we will encounter specific practice questions, okay? So, there are these objectives. Write ratios, we have to know how to write ratios. Second objective, solve proportions. Third objective, solve applied problem using proportions. Objective number 4, find percents and percentages problems, okay? So, let's try practice questions, okay? Alright. Write ratio. Write a ratio for each word phrase, units must read. This is must, okay? Units must match. This is a typo, sorry. Okay. Units must match. Express fractions in lowest term. So let's write this ratio, 20 minutes to 2 hours. How? Ratio, we know, we have to write it in a fraction, but most of the time we write it in a fraction way. So 20 minutes to 2 hours, 20 minutes divided by 2 hours. But are these two time units, they have the same units? Minutes and hours, you don't have the same units. Units must match. How?
You can turn hours into minutes?
Yeah, you're right. Every 1 hour equals how many minutes?
60.
So 2 hours should equal what? How many minutes?
120?
120 minutes. On the top is what?
20.
Same units cancel out. 20 out of 120, is this in the lowest term? 20 out of 120, is this in the lowest term?
No.
No.
10.
20, 120, how to rewrite this fraction in the lowest term? Yeah, 10, we can try 10.
Yeah.
So divide by 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2. 120 divided by 10 is what?
20.
12.
12.
Ooh. 2 out of 12 is in lowest term.
You can do it 2 divided by 2.
Eventually, 1/6.
So you don't label that as just 1/6.
Because the limits, the units are all cancelled out.
So it's like 1 hour and 6 minutes, or
So that means 20 minutes compared to 2 hours is 1/6. 1/6 of 2 hours.
okay,
You know what? Yeah.
right.
Compare 20 minutes to 2 hours is compare 20 minutes to 120 minutes. So that's 1/6. 1/6, okay? 1/6, okay? Yeah, 2, the word 2, we can use fraction. All right, question D. $24 to 48 cents. Write it in ratio. First, let's write this in a fraction way. $24, 48 cents. Dollars, cents, are they in the same units?
No.
How do we convert?
$10 into
From dollars to cents.
Because we don't have enough to take cents to dollar.
Yes. So every $1 equals how many cents? 60?
60?
60 cents? A dollar equals 60 cents?
100 penny. No. 25 cents. 100 cents.
For time, we use 60. For dollars, 100, okay? A dollar equals 100 cents, okay?
Oh, wow, that's gonna be a lot.
Yeah. So $24 will be 24 times by 100, give us what? 2,400 cents, right?
Wait, what? Wouldn't it be another zero in there?
Another zero here?
Yeah, because it's 100 times 24.
Yeah, 100 times 24. 100 times 24, right?
Oh, sorry, never mind.
2,400, right? 2,400. All right, so cents gone. 2,400 over 48. This is hard to find, right? But
6.25. Right.
2,448. Any common factor?
48
48. Let's try 48. Divide by 2,400 by 48 and try.
equals 50.
50?
Yeah.
Okay, 50. So equals. Okay, so 2,400 divided by 48. 48 divided by 48. So 2,400 divided by 48 equals 50. 48 divided by 48 give us what?
1.
1. So 50 over 1 or 50, either way. So this is how we write the ratios. So these two questions,
Sorry.
they have the same unit, so we don't have to convert. You just use 30 pounds divided by 50 pounds and simplify, right?
Yeah.
This is 125 dogs divided by 50 dogs and then simplify. Okay, so we don't have to convert between units, okay? So these two questions, A and B, you're gonna try and practice in a later time, okay?
You just simplify those.
Yeah, just simplify the the fraction. All right, the question 2, I'll give you a hint, and also I will let you do this in the practice time, okay? Find the best buy of laundry detergents based on the price per unit. Given the unit price to the nearest thousands for that price. There are 3 options for us. Either I'm going to buy 128 ounce for $10.99, or 68 ounces for this much, or 90 ounces for $8.99. Which option is the best buy? Means, what does that mean, best buy? Per ounce, the price is what? Lowest. Right? Lowest price per ounce means to buy the same 1 ounce of the detergent, we spend less. That's the best buy, right? So price per unit, this ratio, price per unit. So how do we write this as a ratio for price per unit? Price on top. Right? $10.99 per 108 ounce. Now I'm asking you, what is the price to buy 1 ounce of the detergent from this case? So you want to get 1 ounce here, right? So we divide by what? 128 from both top and the bottom, right?
Okay.
So $10.99 divided by 128. Tell me what do you have?
11.65 or 64.
Cents, right? Is that cents? In cents? $10.99 divided by 128.
Oh, I got something different.
You have something different? 10.99 divided by what? 128. I got
Have that.
0.85
Oh, I put the stuff.
I got a 0.086, okay? I'm gonna just say $0.86. $0.086. Actually, it is what?
86.
Yeah, 8.6 cents. See? Yeah, 9 cents. Yeah, 9 cents. I would say rounding to 9 cents, okay? But I'm gonna just put it in dollar, 0.086. So this is per 1 ounce. It's it costs this much for per 1 ounce. Similarly, can you rewrite this with using this number to write a ratio? Third option is $8.99 divided by what? 90 ounce. So find per ounce. What is the price? And then compare which price is the cheapest. That's going to be the best buy, right? Yeah, I'll give you 1 minute to give it a try. So, which option is the best buy?
Oh, the answer?
Yeah?
The middle one, 64 ounces.
This is the best buy?
Yes.
What is the price?
8 ounces.
No, my bad. 128, yeah, sorry.
Cheapest price. Yeah, per ounce. You want to buy 1 ounce of the detergent, which price is cheapest? That's the best buy. You want to buy the cheaper, right? You don't want to spend too much, right? You don't want to spend more, right?
I know you use it.
Depends, no, I'm just kidding.
I think they're buying the same brand of the detergent. It's not different types of detergent, same type, but different options, like different purchase option. So if you buy more, see, 128 a pound, this is, if you buy more, the unit price is what? Cheapest, okay? So eventually this is the cheapest one, okay? So you can check with a key about, okay, that, right? All right. Question 3, solve for the equations, okay? We're going to just pick up some questions to do together, okay? So I would say, let's try question F together. Solve for this equation. It's set up in a proportion way, right? How to solve for a proportion? Cross multiplying, right? So we're going to use 2 times by x minus 3 equals what? 3 times by x minus. Make sure you use parentheses for, if the fraction has more than 1 terms, okay? So 3 times x minus 2, 2 times x minus 3, right? Solve for the equation. 2x minus 6, 3x minus 6. Yeah, what do you want to do from here?
Plus 6.
Plus 6 from both sides. 2x equals 3x. What do we do from here? I would say minus 2x.
51x.
So x equals what? 0. Check, okay? Well, x equals 0, 0 minus 3, negative 3. 0 minus 2, negative 2. Negative 3 over negative 2. 3 over 2. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So, out of these proportions, how to solve for them? They're the same type of problem. What do? Cross multiplying, so we get a regular equation and solve. Okay? Alright, so let's move on to the next page. Okay? Let's try question C. Who's trying to read this question? Daniel?
Caterer estimates that 6 gallons of punch will serve 40 people. Each additional punch would be required to serve 60 people.
Okay, very good, thanks.
I cater estimate of 6,000.
6 gallons of punch,
Oh,
6 gallons,
That's too much.
serve 40 people. How much additional punch? Okay, so if the question is, how much punch would be required to serve for 60 people? How to solve for this problem?
I got it.
You got it?
So, 40 over 60,
40 over 60,
and then x over 60.
x over 60.
I mean, x,
Yeah, x over 60.
yeah.
X over 6?
Yeah. X over 60.
no, it'll be 6
I-
over X.
No, I put 6
Right.
over 40, and I put x over 60, because...
Okay, we want to build a proportion. Everybody want to build a proportion, right?
And then 60 over x. So 40 over 6 and 60 over x.
So we have to make sure that proportion is consistent. 40 people, how many gallons of punch will serve 40 people? 6. If we put 40 people on the top, we put 6 gallons on the top. We want to know how much so far. How much punch will serve 60 people? We don't know. X gallon, this is 60 people. Make sure they're consistent, okay? See, 40 corresponds to 6, 60 corresponds to X. X, this is X we are looking for, okay? People canceled, gallon canceled out. Cross multiplying, let's solve for X, okay? So 40 times X equals 60 times by 6, right? So this is 40x equals what? What's 60 times 6? 360. Divide by 40, give us what? 9 gallons. Okay. Can we say this is the final answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, this is answer.
Gallons per.
I think that's enough gallons.
This is the answer for how much gallons of canned punch would be required to serve 60 people. The question is how much additional punch would be.
3 more gallons.
No, 3 more gallons?
Yeah,
Is it 3 more?
yeah, 3 more gallons. 60 people mean 9, which is what? From 6 gallon to 9 gallon, 3 more, right? So eventually additional gallon is what? 9 minus 6 give us what? 3 gallons additional. Okay, 3 gallons additional. So that's good, what do you think? It's not bad, right? No? Alright, so let's look at this percentage problem. Okay, it's percentage problem. Make sure we use this formula. Amount divided by base. I don't know why you write this, okay? Amount divided by base or part divided by whole. Either way, this formula is also right, okay? Amount divided by base equals percent divided by 100. So, what is amount? Usually that number together with is, and base this number is usually together with of, percent divided by 100. Okay, so, question A. What is 10% of 70? of 70. 70 is our what? Base. Where do we put base? Bottom. What is, do we know
The amount.
amount x? Amount out of 70 equals what? 10%. 10 out of 100. Right? So, cross multiplying, so forth, okay? So 100 times by x equals 70 times by 10. 100x equals what? 700? X equals what? 7. Alright, let's try another question. Question B. $25 is what percent of 125? Do we know the amount?
125?
The 25 is
Yeah, see? Number together with is, right? 25 is. Do we know the base of?
125?
Do we know the percent? No. What percent? We don't know. X, right? So for X. So 125 times by X equals 25 times by 100. 125x equals 2500 divided by 125. What do you get? 2500 divided by 125?
20%.
20. Okay, so x equals 20, so eventually answer is what? 25 is what? 20% of 125. Okay, use this formula. Amount divided by base equals percent out of 100. Okay, how to find amount? The number stay with is. How to find the base? The number stay with of. Okay. Can we move on to the next page, last page? Okay. Alright. So, let's choose some question to do, okay? I would say, let's do question D, at least question D, okay? You purchased the new cell phone at Verizon and the tax was 31.92. Indiana State tax is 8%. How much was the phone price? You know the tax amount is 31.92. We know the tax rate is 8%. How much was the phone price? Where do we get this 31.92? 8% of the phone price is what? Tax amount, 31.92, right? So 31.92 is our amount, right? Tax amount. 31.92 of what? The phone price. Let phone price is X. Is what? 8 out of 100. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah, the tax amount comes from the phone price. Now you can solve for X, okay? of course. What is your X?
X equals 399.
399? Even?
Yeah, that's what I got.
You got 399 even?
I'm trying to figure out these.
So,
Right, because I got 0.0399.
Yeah.
your cell phone price is 0.099. So, I mean, you pay for $31 for tax, but your phone price is only 0.099.
That's, which,
I don't know, I put the decimal in the right place. I did my 100.
See, guys, what do we do? Cross the product, right? We use 31.92 times by 100, right? And divide by what? 8, okay? So 31.92 times by 100
I don't know what I did wrong, but I,
and divide by 8, 399 even.
8%.
yeah, we did it wrong.
I divided by 8%.
Think about that. The question must make sense, right? You must have this much of the phone price to pay a tax. If your tax amount is over $30, how come your phone price is over less than $1? That doesn't make sense, right? So you have to check, right? You need to check. That means, oh, if our phone price is this much, the 8% of this much is what? $31.92, right? All right, so let's try one more. Salesperson earned a commission, wow, 5,316 for selling 44,300 worth of batteries to various stores. Find the commission rate. Your commission fee comes from what? Selling
4,200.
the batteries, right?
Yeah,
So commission fees is part of what? Well,
so,
yeah, well, it's not part of it it's because you get commission by how much you sell, right? So it's ask for what? Commission rate. Ask for percent, right? The percent. So by the proportion problem, we want to find the commission rate, which is percent. We don't know. We let it to be X. And how to set up the left?
5,316 over 44,300.
Right, everybody? So, the reason why you get the $5,000, commission fee is because we sell this 44,000, batteries. Daniel, what do you get this time?
I did something wrong.
Cameron?
I got 12. I was crossing my...
12? You get X equals 12?
I gave you the total answer, I'm sorry.
Okay, how did you get X? Use 5316 times by 100, right? And then divide by 44,300. 12, right? Daniel, you got 12, right?
Yeah.
Everybody got 12? Very good. 12, okay? So that means, commission rate is what? 12%. That means if you sell $100 batteries, you get what? $12 for your commission. This is good. It's not bad, right?